Hello! Being here today and thinking about my class agendas over the next few weeks that I'll be doing online, it's reminded me right back to the start of my hypnosis journey after I'd finished with the fire service. I was suffering with anxiety and panic attacks, quite extreme ones, waking up in the night actually. It was pretty horrendous, to the point that it stopped me going out really. I didn't really feel safe. I was a bit fearful of going out. Why did I suffer with such panic that crippled my whole body, took my breath and my power away? Well, it's actually the most normal thing that my body can do to respond in a time of stress and panic. I actually relied on those chemicals surging through my body to be able to go out and do some of the things that I did with the fire service, as far as rescue and strength things that maybe I wouldn't have been strong enough to do had I not have had those chemicals of stress going through my body. So basically, I used them chemicals and that thought process that released those chemicals. Got Amber here now wanting to push the pram. It's always fun when I'm about to do a video. So basically your thoughts tell your body what they want it to do, and they respond and react accordingly. So in a situation that I was maybe thinking, oh God, I've got to try and lift this that's quite heavy, I'd G myself up, power myself up, and I'd get that grit to be able to actually lift something that, normally speaking, in a normal state of mind, I wouldn't be able to lift. But in those kind of emergency rescue situations, you can. And I've seen myself and I've witnessed others doing some phenomenal things, extraordinary things, miraculous things, superhuman things. Our bodies can be absolutely amazing when we need them to be. Unfortunately, my body got used to maybe firing when I actually wanted it to fire and create that amount of adrenaline and strength through my body, and gave me all those chemicals so that I could be strong and get through in a rescue situation. But then when I was in actual fear and angst and worry and panic with my job, my injury and everything else that was going on in my life at the time, it was firing when I didn't really want it to. So it was happening just because I was worried, and it created a horrible release of toxins through my body, all that adrenaline surging through my body. It created panic. So it elevated my heart rate, and it does that so that your body can get oxygenated blood to the working muscles faster. Therefore you can run away. So in the days of cavemen, basically if a lion was there, you would get this surge of power, your heart rate would increase so that there was more oxygenated blood going around your body to be able to power your organs so that you could run away. You sweat more, you feel clammy and horrible, and you do that so that your body efficiently cools down so you don't overheat. You feel like it's a mini earthquake within your chest area, and it does that because what actually happens is all of the blood gets drawn away from the extremities, your arms and your legs, and it goes straight into where all your working organs are, so that it efficiently pumps around and keeps your vital organs safe. And what it does is it stops you, if that lion that you've just met out of the cave strikes you, you wouldn't bleed out while those chemicals are going through your body, which is what happens when you go and see an accident often. There's not very much blood. I know that sounds a bit yucky, and it's because the cortisol, stress hormone, and all the adrenaline has actually stopped that from happening. So you don't bleed out. So it keeps you safe, it keeps you alive in that moment when you need to be able to save your own life. The other thing that it does is that it narrows your vision. So you've heard the expression that you become a headless chicken and you can't see the wood through the trees. Well, it's actually true, because what happens is it constricts all of the vessels in your eyes so that you only focus on the actual problem. Now, unfortunately, because the problem is within you, you internalise everything, and that's why the panic gets worse, because you can't focus on anything outwardly. You can only focus on what's actually going on inside of you. It narrows your focus and you stop being able to see the wood through the trees. You can't see around you, you can't see your surroundings. You are just focusing on that direct problem. So there's lots of different things that your body very cleverly does to keep you alive. Now, like I say, it's really handy that when you need it to have superhuman strength, or you need it to be able to do something very extreme. All these kind of adrenaline junkies out there, my brother being one of them, he uses that adrenaline quite a lot, and it's amazing, it can be fun. But when it's fired because of stress, worry and fear, and you don't want it there in your life, you've got no way of managing that amount of adrenaline in your system. You have to understand the mechanism that is keeping your body alive to be able to deal with it and cope with it better. So just by me talking about this gives you a level of understanding of the chemical process that goes on in your body when your thoughts are telling you to be fearful and scared. And that already helps you to be able to manage and cope with it. They normally say that a panic attack, that release of adrenaline, can last to 20 minutes. It wouldn't if you were expelling that energy, if you were doing something physical that it needed to be able to get rid of it, but it would normally take 20 minutes. So if you think about that,